Okay, now let us look at how do we multiply polynomial with a polynomial. And the first case that we are going to look at in this video is multiplying one binomial with another binomial. That is multiplying an expression, two expressions with two terms, right? A binomial is an expression that has two terms. The example that we are given here is multiply 3a plus 4b by 2a plus 3b over here. Now in this we are going to use the distributive law of multiplication in the first step. And I've shown here the distributive law of multiplication, which says that if you have a product of two sums, so we have x plus y, okay, and p plus q. These are two sums and we have to take product of them. We can simplify this by multiplying, one of these terms with the other sum and then adding the other product of this term with this sum over here as it's shown here. So we multiply x by p plus q as is shown over here, and then we add this result to the product of y multiplied by p plus q. So this is what is the distributive law of multiplication, and we will apply this to the example given over here, that is 3a plus 4b multiplied by 2a plus 3b. So when we apply this distributive law of multiplication, what we will essentially do is first we take 3a and multiply it by this whole expression 2a plus 3b in the first step, and in the second part what we will do is we will multiply this 4b by 2a plus 3b. So it is shown over here. So this is what we get after simplifying the braces. So we have 3a multiplied by 2a plus 3b plus 4b multiplied by 2a plus 3b. As you can see, this 2a plus 3b is over here. We have used it over here and we have used this over here as well. Okay, now if you look at these terms over here, what do you find? You find that this is a monomial, okay, an expression with one term, and this is a binomial. So essentially we have simplified a binomial multiplied by a binomial into two expressions where we are multiplying a monomial with a binomial and another monomial with another binomial. Okay, so that is what. Now the step 2 is relatively simpler. All we do is we multiply the monomial with the binomial using again the same distributive law of multiplication as we learned in an earlier example where we multiplied the monomial with the binomial. So essentially we will have 3a multiplied with 2a. Okay, so this is the first part, and then you multiply 3a with 3b. So this is the second term. Okay, so this simplifies your first part. Then plus in the second part you multiply this 4b with 2a. So this is what we have over here, 4b into 2a, and then you multiply 4b by 2a plus 3b. 4b is multiplied by 3b, so you get 3b. So this is the step that we have. Finally, when we simplify this, so when we do these multiplications over here, so if you look at 3a multiplied by 2a, so 3 times 2 multiplying the coefficient gives us 6, and a by a is 6a square. So this is your first term. Now we have 3a times 3b, so 3 times 3 gives you 9, and a times b gives you a into b, so we have 9ab. Okay, and then you have 4b multiplied by 2a, so 4 times 2 is 8, and b times a is ba, or remember that ba is equal to ab, it's the same. Okay, so you have 8ab, and 4 times b into 3 times b, so 4 times 3 gives you 12, the multiplication of coefficients, and b times b is b square. Now that is the step 2. Okay, the another and the last important step is to remember to simplify the like terms. Check if there are any like terms. So if we look at this expression that we got over here, we can see that 9ab and 8ab are like terms, and because they are like terms we can straight away add the coefficients of these like terms and simplify the expression further. So what we have over here is the 6a squared comes out to be as it is, but this 9 plus 8 we get 17, and ab as the product of these two variables plus 12b squared. So your final result is 6a squared plus 17ab plus 12b squared. So to summarize, how do you multiply a binomial by a binomial? First, you use the distributive law of multiplication to get a simpler form, and then again you use the distributive law of multiplication further to isolate the terms, and then till you break down the entire multiplication into a monomial by a monomial multiplication. Once you solve that, finally look out for like terms, simplify for like terms, and that should give you your final answer. So again, I would like to remind you of that this whole exercise, or this whole sum is based on simplification. You should remember that all we are following is simplification. Okay.